Welcome to Lesson 22 of Story-Based English. In this lesson, a programmer creates an AI that learns faster than anyone expected. The question is, what will it have become by the time the world catches up? By the end of this lesson, you will know 10 new vocabulary words, and you will master the future perfect tense, how to talk about actions that will be completed before a specific point in the future. Let's begin. Here is our first sentence. Listen carefully. By the end of the month, Dr. Lin will have refined the algorithm to a level that no benchmark has ever measured. One more time. By the end of the month, Dr. Lin will have refined the algorithm to a level that no benchmark has ever measured. All right, welcome to the future. First, the word algorithm. An algorithm is a step-by-step set of instructions for solving a problem or completing a task. Every computer program runs on algorithms. When you search the internet, an algorithm decides what results to show you. In everyday language, the algorithm often refers to the systems behind social media that decide what content you see. Now, the word benchmark. A benchmark is a standard or point of reference against which things can be compared or measured. A benchmark test measures performance. A benchmark score tells you how well something performs compared to standards. The company set a new benchmark for customer service. Benchmarks are the bar you measure against. Now, the grammar. The future perfect. Look at, Dr. Lin will have refined the algorithm. The future perfect is will have plus past participle. It describes an action that will be completed before a specific point in the future. By the end of the month is the future deadline. Before that deadline arrives, the refining will be complete. It will be a done, finished action at that future point. Think of it as looking forward to a moment in the future and looking back from that moment. At the end of the month, she will look back and say, I have refined the algorithm. The work is done. By Friday, I will have finished the report. Friday has not arrived yet, but when it does, the report will be complete. By next summer, they will have built the bridge. The building will be finished before summer arrives. The algorithm is evolving. Let's see how fast. Here is sentence 2. By the time her colleagues realize what is happening, the system will have crossed the threshold into autonomous learning. It will have started teaching itself. One more time. By the time her colleagues realize what is happening, the system will have crossed the threshold into autonomous learning. It will have started teaching itself. The pace is accelerating. First, the word autonomous. Autonomous means able to operate independently without external control. An autonomous vehicle drives itself. An autonomous region governs itself. An autonomous AI makes its own decisions. Autonomy is the noun, the state of being self-governing. Now the word threshold. A threshold is a point or level at which something begins or changes. The threshold of a door is where you step inside. The pain threshold is the point at which pain becomes unbearable. A temperature threshold is the point at which something changes state. Crossing a threshold means passing a critical point of no return. Now the grammar. Notice by the time. This is the most natural partner for the future perfect. By the time her colleagues realize, the system will have crossed the threshold. By the time creates a future reference point using present simple. By the time they realize. Then the result clause uses future perfect, will have crossed. This pattern is extremely common. By the time you arrive, I will have cooked dinner. By the time the movie starts, we will have found our seats. By the time he retires, he will have worked for 40 years. The present simple after by the time may seem strange, but it is a time clause. Time clauses use present simple for future meaning, just like after when, before, and after. The AI is learning on its own. Where will this lead? Here is sentence 3. The growth rate was exponential. Within 6 months, the network will have made every existing model obsolete, rewriting the rules of artificial intelligence entirely. Let me read that again. The growth rate was exponential. Within 6 months, the network will have made every existing model obsolete, rewriting the rules of artificial intelligence entirely. The stakes are rising. First, the word exponential. Exponential means increasing at an increasingly rapid rate. Exponential growth does not just grow, it grows faster and faster. Each step is bigger than the last. Think of it like doubling. 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8, 8 becomes 16. The jumps keep getting bigger. Exponential growth is the kind that catches people off guard because it starts small and then suddenly explodes. Now, the word obsolete. Obsolete means no longer in use because something newer or better has replaced it. A fax machine is largely obsolete. A technology becomes obsolete when something superior replaces it. The new software made the old system obsolete overnight. Obsolescence is the process of becoming outdated. In this sentence, future perfect is used with within 6 months, another time marker. Within 6 months, the network will have made every model obsolete. Within works just like by. It sets a future boundary. Before that boundary, the action will be complete. The emotional power here comes from combining exponential growth vocabulary with future perfect grammar. The sentence says, this change is not just fast, it will be complete before you know it. The future perfect creates urgency. Quick recap. The future perfect, will have plus past participle. Use it with by the time, or within to show completion before a future point. But how is it different from future simple? That is our next focus. Here is sentence 4. Dr. Lin will present her findings at next year's conference, but by then, the AI will have already surpassed every prediction. The world will see unprecedented capabilities for the first time. One more time. Dr. Lin will present her findings at next year's conference, but by then, the AI will have already surpassed every prediction. The world will see unprecedented capabilities for the first time. Now the comparison becomes clear. First, the word unprecedented. Unprecedented means never done or experienced before. It combines un, meaning not, and precedent, meaning an earlier example. Something unprecedented has no precedent. Nothing like it has ever happened. The pandemic caused unprecedented disruption. This achievement is unprecedented in the history of science. Now look at this sentence carefully. It uses both future simple and future perfect, and the difference is crucial. Dr. Lin will present her findings, future simple. This tells us when an action will happen. She will present at the conference, a future event. The AI will have already surpassed every prediction, future perfect. This tells us that an action will be complete before that event. The surpassing is already done before the presentation. The world will see unprecedented capabilities, future simple again, a future event, not about completion. So, future simple tells about what will happen. Future perfect tells about what will have already happened. I will eat dinner at 7. Future simple. The action happens at 7. By 7, I will have eaten dinner. Future perfect. The eating is already done before 7. The word already is a natural partner for future perfect because it emphasizes the completion. Will have already finished. The AI is outpacing everyone. What does the future hold? Here is sentence 5. Inevitably, by the end of the decade, the trajectory of technology will have shifted so dramatically that entire industries will have transformed beyond recognition. Let me read that again. Inevitably, by the end of the decade, the trajectory of technology will have shifted so dramatically that entire industries will have transformed beyond recognition. Big picture thinking now. First, the word inevitably. Inevitably means in a way that cannot be avoided or prevented. If something happens inevitably, it was always going to happen. There was no way to stop it. Inevitably, technology changes the way we work. The scandal inevitably led to his resignation. Inevitable is the adjective, the inevitable consequence, the inevitable change. Now, the word trajectory. A trajectory is the path followed by a moving object, or more broadly, the direction and course of something's development. The trajectory of her career means the direction and progress of her career over time. The country's economic trajectory means the direction the economy is heading. Trajectory carries a sense of momentum, things moving along a path. This sentence uses two future perfects, will have shifted and will have transformed. Both are completed before the end of the decade. When you stack multiple future perfects, you create a comprehensive picture of a transformed future. everything will be complete. Everything will have changed. The world at that future point will be fundamentally different from now. Let's see how this story concludes. Here is our final sentence. Listen carefully. Dr. Lin knew that by the time the world understood her creation, it will have become something no one could have predicted, a new paradigm, a shift in what it means to think, to learn, and to be human. One last time. Dr. Lin knew that by the time the world understood her creation, it will have become something no one could have predicted, a new paradigm, a shift in what it means to think, to learn, and to be human. What a thought-provoking ending. The word paradigm. A paradigm is a typical pattern, model, or framework for understanding something. A paradigm shift is a fundamental change in the way we think or do something. The internet created a paradigm shift in communication. The old paradigm of 9-to-5 work is being replaced. When someone talks about a paradigm shift, they mean the entire framework has changed, not just a small improvement, but a new way of thinking. Now, the full system. This sentence combines future perfect with could have predicted, a third conditional echo from our previous lesson. It will have become something no one could have predicted. The future perfect looks forward. The could have predicted looks back. Together, they create a complex time perspective, standing in the future, looking at what nobody from the past could have foreseen. Let me give you the complete future perfect toolkit. Will have for certain outcomes. By Friday, I will have finished. May have for possible outcomes. By then, she may have changed her mind. Might have for uncertain outcomes. They might have left by the time we arrive. The same certainty scale we learned in the third conditional applies here. Will for certain, may for possible, might for uncertain. The future perfect gives you the ability to construct sophisticated timelines, looking forward to completion, planning for deadlines, and imagining the state of the world at future points. It transforms your English from simple future predictions into nuanced, layered thinking about time. All right, let's listen to the entire story one more time. By the end of the month, Dr. Lin will have refined the algorithm to a level that no benchmark has ever measured. By the time her colleagues realize what is happening, the system will have crossed the threshold into autonomous learning. It will have started teaching itself. The growth rate was exponential. Within 6 months, the network will have made every existing model obsolete, rewriting the rules of artificial intelligence entirely. Dr. Lin will present her findings at next year's conference, but by then, the AI will have already surpassed every prediction. The world will see unprecedented capabilities for the first time. Inevitably, by the end of the decade, the trajectory of technology will have shifted so dramatically that entire industries will have transformed beyond recognition. Dr. Lin knew that by the time the world understood her creation, it will have become something no one could have predicted, a new paradigm, a shift in what it means to think, to learn, and to be human. What a vision of the future. And that is a wrap. Let's look at everything you learned. Vocabulary. You learned 10 words from the world of technology and transformation. Algorithm, benchmark, autonomous, threshold, exponential, obsolete, unprecedented, inevitably, trajectory, and paradigm. Grammar. You mastered the future perfect. The core structure, will have plus past participle. Natural time markers, by the time, within. The difference between future simple and future perfect. And the certainty scale, will have, may have, might have. The future perfect lets you think about the future with sophistication. Not just what will happen, but what will be complete. Head over to the quiz section to test yourself. And try the role play. Predict 5 things that will have happened in your life by the end of this year. See you in the next lesson.